Good evening, everyone. My name is Sumeshwar. I welcome all of you on behalf of Art of Living Organization to Yog Vaashishtha evening session. नमन सोमेश्वर सभी का आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग संस्था की तरफ से योग वाशिष्ठ के सायंकाल के सत्र में स्वागत करता हूँ. टुडे वी आर ऑन डे 90. आज 90वें सत्र में इसके पहुंच चुके हैं और आज का टॉपिक बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग है. हम लोग काका भूषुंड नामक जो कव्य थे उनकी कथा यहाँ पे सुन रहे हैं और जब वो वशिष्ठ मुनि उनके साथ इंटरेक्ट करते हैं तो उनकी जो स्थिति रहती है वो उन्होंने कई सारे ब्रह्मांड को बनते हुए देखा है, कई सृष्टियों का लय और उत्पत्ति देखी है, कई सारे विष्णु यहाँ पे आए, कई सारे ब्रह्मदेव यहाँ पे आए. इस तरह की काफी सारी स्थितियां जो चिरंजीवी यह होते हैं, इमॉर्टल यह काक होते हैं और उनसे जब उनकी मुलाकात होती है वशिष्ठ मुनि से तो वशिष्ठ मुनि भी उनसे इसके बारे में चर्चा करना चाहते हैं कि आपने अपने जीवन में यह स्वस्थ और यह दीर्घा आयुष्य कैसे प्राप्त कर लिया. हाउ हैव यू अटेन्ड दिस इमॉर्टल स्टेज, हाउ हैव यू अटेन्ड दिस health and wealth and all this knowledge. That is what Vashishtha Muni asked to Kaka Bhushund, and then he explains subtle by subtle both the approaches, no? The approaches of knowledge, the approach of the Atma Vichara, the Atma Jnana, the self-realization, and also that how it can be attained. Not everybody in life probably is able to understand logically everything, right? Knowledge, intellectually everything. No? So for them, what is the path that is available for both the knowledgeable and the one who is not that knowledgeable or not yet able to understand the things intellectually? Even for them, for everybody, he says, look at me, I am just a crow, but despite of I am just a crow, I followed these things which has helped me to reach to this layer where I become Chiranjeevi, I become Atmagyan. I realize self, that knowledge, when we go to that source, that knowledge, abundance of knowledge is already there, and this is exactly what happens to him. What is it that he all do? What is it that path? What are the techniques? What are the upayas that are there? Is now Bhushunda is sharing with Vashishtha Muni upon Vashishtha Muni's request to share the same thing. So we'll go through it detail by detail. Today's things will be focused on till this point of time. Vashishtha Muni have explained Rama, the Atma Vichara, the Atma knowledge, the self-realization. Now, intellectually, how do one can go? There's a self-inquiry, self-contemplation, dropping your mind, etc., etc., at a level of from the intellectual perspective, from the knowledge perspective, how one can do that. Now, here we'll look at another aspect of this. That here Bhushunda explains that this path is there, this is available. No doubt it is one of the Sarvasreshth, it is Uchatam. But there are some friends, the Sakhis, associated with this path, and that is what is the Prana Vidya, that is what is the Prana Spandana, that is what we know in the form of Pranayama. All these different types of Pranayama, the chakras, the energy centers, then the Panch Pranas, the 5 pranas, different vayus that flow through your body, all these things. Apana vayu, we will look into it, all this in detail today. So he explains about all that. This is what was accessible to me, so I practiced on that, and because of this only, whatever is there today, I have achieved that. So we'll look at it in detail. This will also add another aspect, being into Art of Living, as Art of Living teacher, and many of you are already teacher or volunteer, or you have done the Art of Living course. What Gurudev have given us, probably when we do it, it is so simple. It is such obvious, so simple to practice, and we go through it and get so much of things out of it, but never understood it. So today, when we go through it, what Gurudev have given us, that gratitude toward the Master, multifold. That such a thing, such a vast knowledge, such a thing have been offered to us in such a simplified manner by Art of Living course. Definitely, if you have not yet done Art of Living courses, definitely do and experience this practically yourself. With that note, let's begin with today's session. Like we do it every single day by chanting Om 3 times. Aram se baith jaye, sit comfortably. Let your spine erect, neck straight. Shoulders relaxed, Hands on the thighs, open to the sky. And let us bring back our attention to our breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Take one more deep breath. And let go everything. Become hollow and empty. Be the part of this infinite movement. Let us welcome this movement by chanting Om 3 times. Breathe in. Let us awaken the divinity within. Guru का आवाहन कर ले. आवाहनम. पुनः पुनः Let us express our gratitude towards the Master. Guru Vandana कर ले. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Shri Gurave Namaha. Let us pray to the Divine, to the Master. Whatever the words that come out of our mouth, whatever the actions that we do, or they are just happening. actions and the happenings, events happening around us. The thoughts hovering onto our mind, the power of discrimination arise in our intellect. The impression that might be getting created on our memory, and if still there is an iota of that I, me. Let all that be inspired by the divine, by the master alone. We, the people walking on the path of this realization, freedom, mukti, moksha, nirvana. If we become free right now, this moment, if you have already experienced that liberation, let this remaining life now. If I have to come back here again to express our gratitude, to serve the humanity up to the world, and to let all that be inspired by the master lives. Feel the presence of the master within and outside. And with a gentle smile on your face, slowly and gradually you may open your eyes. Jai Gurudev, let's continue with the session now. अपने सारे Zoom के participants, all our Zoom participants, all our YouTube viewers, and all our Facebook viewers, all are welcome to this session. We are in the chapter number 6, Nirvan Prakaran, liberation, and we are in this chapter number 65 now, which talks about the techniques which Bhushund have used to survive for such a long time, and yet he is very healthy and fine, and also attain the knowledge, self-realization, all together. Liberation, knowledge, health, wealth, and long life, everything he has attained. How he has attained that? This is where he slowly and gradually explains it to him. So here Vaashishtha Muni interacts with Bhushund. We have seen the story of Bhushund. Once upon a time in the court of Indra, there was this discussion was happening about the immortals. So that is where they take the Tata Shapa, the one of the Rishi Muni. He explains about mentions about Bhushund. Then listening that Vaashishtha Muni happens to go there and meet Bhushund, and Bhushund, there is interaction that happens, and in the interaction, when upon a request from Vaashishtha Muni, very politely Bhushund talks about all the things, how he has been here. He's been existing here from such a long time. Many yugas, many kalpas have passed. He has seen multiple srishtis, multiple universes getting created and destroyed, and he could witness that how he used to attain a dharana, not just attaining certain things, imaginary only, that he used to do that, and attaining that, how he survived all these things which happened here. So he says that I have seen all the Daityas, many types of demons, many types of kings, many devas, many humans, many enlightened masters coming here again and again. He says that 108 Buddha came here. This is your 8th life to Vaashishtha Muni. Many Rama came here. Many times this Mahabharata Ramayana have been wrote. Many times all this, many lives of Brahma I have seen. Many lives of Vishnu I have seen. I have seen all these things. I have witnessed, and I am still witnessing. So the one who have witnessed all these things, who is that witness? Does that witness is there in you and me also? Yes or no? And if at all, we have to be with that witness, be with that self-realization, Atmagyan, knowledge, making ourselves free. Free from what? Free from suffering, free from all these vikaras, free from all the concepts that we carry, making ourselves free. How do one can achieve that? How did Bhushund achieve that? Is what Vaashishtha Muni would like to know, and that is where the inquiry starts. He asks that, hey Kaka Bhushund, hey Pakshiraj, he addresses with very politeness. Both of them, I read this, both of them are Brahmagani. Both of them self-realized enlightened masters, but still how they are addressing it with very politeness. He says, Pakshiraj, kindly tell me what has happened. So he tells all these things. He says, yeah, you've seen all these things. Kindly tell me, how did you achieve? What was the solution? What was the upaya? What is the thing that you adopted? So he explained that you are Brahmagani, you are Atmagani, you are already aware it. But just by speaking in front of you, my knowledge will also enhance. Every single day we come here, we speak about it, and we do brainstorm session. We speak in front of each other, so that knowledge can get enhanced. It's not that I come here, I do, and then I am somebody Gyani and giving you the knowledge. Nothing of that sort. We all are work in progress model. We are on the same boat. Whenever Kashmir asks, oh, you are there with Gurudev, you are stays in the ashram. For you speaking about talking about this knowledge is so easy. For us, look at it, we are here in the sansara, we have to do all these things, we have to go through this ups and down, everything. Actually, my dear, we all are in the same boat. We are sailing in the same boat. It's the same thing. Even after 25 years, recently there was a Swadhyaya session which Kashiv attended. So see the practices. There is a level of ahankara there that I am the one. 25, 30 years of, with a master. Look at me. I know all the knowledge. No, very simple, very subtle. And still ready to do, still ready to walk on the path shown by the master. We need to be like this. People, the sadhus, the enlightened masters who are there in our life. So they are also walking on the path of Gurudev. What is the path Gurudev has shown us? They are just walking on it. Very beautiful. So what is it that Gurudev have given? What is it that Yog Vaashishtha is given? What is that Kaka Bhushund shares with Vaashishtha Muni is what is something which will listen today. So we mentioned in yesterday's session, we talked about the one, which is the Sreshta, the one ultimate path is the self-inquiry, is the Atma, is the self-realization. That Atma Vichara, that self-realization, that contemplation, dropping this mind, getting out of all these things, vikaras, getting out of all these five senses which tends to go outward, becoming one with yourself, that Atma Vichara through knowledge, the knowledge meditation, through your viveka, through your pragya, that one that is the one real one, the wise one adopts this and they do it. When instead look at me, I am the crow. I initially when I started this journey, I did all puja and upasana of the Devi and all that. They blessed me and they shown me this, and that is how I started walking on this path. I came here on this Kalparuksha, this tree, which is at the topmost shikar of Mer Parvat. It is there, and I am sitting here. What was the access that I had? No knowledge, no guru, nobody there to guide. Everything that I am has to do, no knowledge also, no intellectual also, that much of buddhi what you guys have, I did not have even that buddhi also with me. How do I do it? Whatever was there with me, I just followed that. But I know after following this, whenever I realize this tattva there, this atma there, and this self-realization, this mukti, moksha, freedom, now that I can share with you that self-inquiry, that atma vichara, that atma gyan, that self-realization is the ultimate, is the real path, which even Vaashishtha Muni also says that this is my favorite. And explain there are multiple paths available. This is my favorite. I followed this. I adopted this path. But that is the, despite of that, is the one which is the most respected one. Yet when I started my journey, when I came on this Kalparuksha, that point of time I was not enlightened. Then what was available to me as access? It says that that Atma Vichara, that self-inquiry, instead of that, I went ahead and started practicing something called as Pran Spandan. The Spandana, and then it's Nirodh, means stopping that Pran Spandan for a while and focusing on that. How do we do that? All that 24 by 7, 365 days in all the years, entire life is what is available to us, is breath. That is what he used, the prana. the spandana of prana, and then he stops that in between and focus on the incoming breath and the outgoing breath. No? So that is where the Panch Prana comes into picture. All these things we'll look at it, no, in detail. So he said, I have used that path. I have used that path, and using that path over and again, dirga, for no, Satadirga Kalam, Nirantar, Satkara Sevita, with honor and respect, then it is formally established. So I practiced this over a period of time. And then once I kept on practicing this, this is where I have achieved whatever I just told you. This is what I am in front of you right now. Yesterday was a Sunday, and we invited Vinod, who has studied the teachings of Buddha. He has learned a Pali language, gone into the depth of knowledge, everything he read about it. And when we invited him, he said that if there is any question, that is the time I would like to speak about it. I'm not really too much interested in such kind of discussions, but yet, as we all are here, let's do that. And when he explained that, when we go to the Vipassana Center, the 10 days of Vipassana Center, what is it that they do? All that they do is just focus on this incoming breath and outgoing breath. If we look at art of living, everything is dependent on and revolves around breath. Our pranayama revolves around breath, or yoga revolves around breath, the asanas revolves around breath. All the 3-stage pranayam, Bhastrika pranayam, Sudarshan Kriya, Sat Samadhi, everything that leads you to the meditation revolves around breath. It is that important. This is what was accessible to even Kak, Bhushund Kak, and it is what he worked upon. That is what he focused upon, and just by focusing on the breath, he attained that. So the life is so simple. We make it so complicated that this, that, and then reality, what you have to do is just be with your breath. And if you are be able to breath, it will automatically lead you to yourself. And once you are with yourself, khatam, that's it. That is the source of all knowledge. That is the source of all the energies. That is the source of all the happiness that you have been looking for. No, it is really, really that simple. So when he does that, what is it that he does? What is it that he explains now? Now that he has understood what I was doing, this is the knowledge behind it. This is how it has helped me. These are the petals of knowledge that Kaka Bhushund opens slowly and gradually. So he says that the thing that gave me that prana samadhana, what is that? So he says that look at this body. Observe this body. So this is what we do in Yoga Nidra. We observe this body first. So what is it that we see this as a body? So we say there are 9 doors of this body. And these 9 doors, and there are a lot of structure, medical science perspective, that is different here. Spiritual perspective, it is little bit. So if you look at this body, there are 9 holes here, the 9 doors of this, and there are 10 nadis associated with. There are shaktis, the centers, energy centers, which are associated with those 9 doors, and the one which is Sushumna nadi is the Shukta. That just go along with spinal cord, but there is no hole associated as such with that. So these are the 9 different doors and associated energies with them. Which are those? So you have the left nostril, you have the right nostril, then you have both the eyes, left eye, right eye, both the ears, left and right. Your mouth is there. So 6 plus 1, 7 ho gaya. Then you go down. Then you have your genitals. That's an opening. That's the 8th one, and your anus. So this is the 9th one. So these are all the 9 doors. And then if you look at the other structure, these 9 doors has some energies associated with it. Then there are 112 energy centers in our body. Chakras, what we call 112. Out of that, there says the concept of Shakta chakras. Chakra. This is all this right from the start of your Mooladhara chakra, then your Swadhisthana chakra, Manipur chakra, Anahata chakra, Vishuddhi chakra, Adha chakra, the Shakta chakra. Then top of your Kichoti, this is the Sahasrara chakra. So 6 plus 1, that is the 7th. So these are the main chakras that are there. So we'll go through it, each and every chakra go through, and in advanced course, once you go, you can literally go and experience these chakras also. Then we see the certain things that we learn as a 3-stage pranayam, Bastrika pranayam. Then there are various steps. Then we do Sudarshan Kriya. In Sudarshan Kriya also at the end you have been asked to turn to your right side. Why all these things? Why? Why right side? Why not left side? Why right side? Then we also do the Nadi Shodhan pranayam. What is this Nadi Shodhan pranayam? What is it that we are trying to do here? What is that will happen? What is the effect on the body and your mind? All that is now little by little, very slowly and gradually, Kaka Bhushund is opening up. To understand that, let us understand. We already looked at the body. We already looked at there are 9 holes in the body. We have already seen the 7 chakras being. No? So at the base of your spine, near your angle, that the base of the spine, there is a chakra called Mooladhara chakra. That's a root chakra is called. Then just you go upward, there is a Swadhisthana behind your genitals. There is a Swadhisthana sacral chakra. Then you just go up at your navel region. There is the navel chakra. Manipur chakra is what called. Then you go up in your chest, heart chakra. Anahata chakra is also called. Then you go up. There you have the Vishuddhi chakra. Then you go up the third eye, Agya chakra, and at the top is Sahasrara. So all these are crown chakra. These are all the chakras which are there. No? What this chakra represent? Is it a physical part of the body? No, it's not a physical part of the body. These chakras represent the Sukh, the energy center spiritually. These are all the current centers, kendras, and they manifest the same energy. Where does the energy comes from? The energy comes from what is the food that you eat. The energy comes from the prana. The energy comes from the vayu, that breath which you inhale and exhale. No? And there are 5 types of pranas which are explained over here. The energy comes from this and then it gets distributed this in all the different energy centers. Of course, if you have to distribute this energy center, there has to be some path, right, to where it is distributed. So that is where the concept of nadis comes into picture. So he says that 101 such nadis are there, and the very main one, that is the vagus nerve, which starts on your brain and it goes to your neck, it goes to your heart, and it goes to your abdomen. That's the main one. That's the longest nadi. That's the longest nerve that is present in our body, called as vagus nerve. And then there are 101 such nadis available, and each one of them have the branches, 72,000 branches. Each one of them have all these 72,000 nadiya isko bolte hain, bahut sare the. So they are very subtle, very very sukshma. If you want to go and see them, many of them you can't even see them, just using your naked eye or your using. So these are the 70,000 branches of that. Each and every nadi is present in us. Look at this body, so miraculous, so mysterious. And then what these nadis does, whatever the prana that we inhale, the apana vayu that we inhale, and the exhalation is called as prana. So that energy is what we consume. No, it happens in a 5 different. So these are called Panch Pranas over here. So when we absorb that thing, this is the nadis which takes it to the different parts of our body. It circulates that. So that is called as samana, that thing. Vyana is there. Vyana is the one which converts into an absorbable form. Samana is the one which circulates it throughout your body, and apana is the one which you exhale. Prana is the one which you apana is the one which you inhale. Prana is the one which you exhale, and then there is a udana which goes in the upward direction. So these are the Pancha Pranas that are there. We'll look into how we utilize it. So it is those nadis which circulates, which takes it to the different parts of bodies. So these are the nadis, these are the Pancha Pranas. So this is apana prana. So this has a gati, this has a speed associated with it. Observing that speed, observing that inflow and outflow is what Kaka Bhushund did. So he has observed the flow of this breath in and out, and then he went on practicing this. So that is how he continues. Then let us look at what are those nadis. So there are pramukh. There are 3 nadis which are said, and we have seen that there are 10 nadis associated with all the 9 centers, the dwaras, doors. So let us look at an Ujjayi. So the left nostril. Left nostril belongs to, it is called as Chandra Nadi. The left nostril is, we say in English, it is also called as Chandra Nadi. So it is also associated cooling down your system. That's the reason it's called a Chandra. Chandra is the, means Soma. Soma is also called moon. Moon, Chandra. So is the name of same thing. We are referring to only moon here. And this is having, how does it has an effect? It is having Shitoshna. It is having the cooling effect on our body. So when we do the Sudarshan Kriya and when we turn onto the right side, how does the body works? When you turn onto your right side, दाहिनी जो कुशी होती है उसके ऊपर हम लोग जब लेट जाते हैं तो opposite of the nadi open. So when you turn onto your right side, it is your left side of the nadi will open up, and then that is how you will feel cool, you will feel calm and all that. And when you get out of Sudarshan Kriya in equanimous state, that is the Chandra Nadi. This is very. So it is also been all these things goes detail. No? You should advance course, Sayam, and all these things. All this come a very subtle level. So when I attended Sayam, Gurudev was talking that check your nadi, which nadi is going on. Is it your Chandra nadi is active or not? If it is not active, you will not be able to experience the meditation. So it's such an important thing. No? So observe this. When you are sitting for a meditation, why do we do Nadi Shodhan Pranayam? What is Nadi Shodhan Pranayam? We know how to do that. What is the knowledge? Let us see. So it is related to those nadis. So the Chandra nadi and right side nadi is the nostril is called as Surya nadi. Left is Chandra nadi, right is Surya nadi. So when we want to meditate, we want to calm our mind down. That point of time, your Chandra nadi should be active. Or when we say that both the nadis, that is why we do this. So this is open, you do this, and then you do balances between the things. So when you say that when your both the nadis are open, you are in a balanced state, you are in an equanimous state, and that is when your Sushmana nadi. There is this Lipta nadi. This is not something physical nadi. The Sushmana nadi, which is the center, which runs across your spinal cord. And this is not the Vagus nerve. Vagus nerve is different, and this Sushmana nadi is different. Sushmana nadi actually physical nadi nahi hai. Vagus nerve whether is a physical nadi. It's a physical nerve. This is not physical. So when does that activates? It's the when your both the nadis are activated and in a balanced state. That is where your Sushmana nadi is activated. Now, what is the right side nostril? It's called Surya nadi. So when right side of the side your nostril is active, then the energy is generated. No, that Jataragni, that energy is there. Agni is there. It's related to Surya, that Tej and the Agni. So Agni is associated with the Sushmana nadi. Surya nadi is associated with the Tej, and the Chandra nadi is associated with the Sheetal part of it, cold part of it, calming down part of it. So when you want to be in action, that point of time, is good that your right side of the nostril needs to be activated. Then you will be more enthusiastic. Then you'll be able to do things. Action that rajas will be there when your right side activity is an active activity. These all things are required. Then another thing, if you see the old age people, the olden point of time or ancestor, they used to call something called as Vama Kukshi. You have heard this term called Vama Kukshi. When it is to be taken, it is to be taken Vama Kukshi. It's a power nap, what we refer to a 20-minute power nap, which you can take after your lunch. Why so? Why after having lunch or anything food you eat, you can go into this Vama Kukshi? So this reason behind it. Vama means dawa. Vama means जो बाया होता है, left side होती है, उसको वामा कहते हैं. Kukshi means just taking a nap. So when you sleep on the left side of your thing, what happens? The right side nostril will open up. For 20 minutes, and how does it happen? You just do this now. For 1 or 2 minutes, you just shift your Kukshi, means the side on which side you sleep. So if you sleep on your left side, automatically your right side will open. You sleep on your right side, your left side will open up. Observe this when you do it next time. Just observe this, what happened. And then what we know, what does happen when the right side nostril is open, when your right side nostril is open, the urja is created, no? That Jataragni is also created. And what happens, what is that we require when you eat the food? It requires we return that Jataragni, that Agni is required, that Pachak Rasas are required to digest the food. So that's the reason 20 minutes of nap, so that your right side nostril will open, and then it will help you with your digestion. That 20 minutes of Vamapakshi, this is the reason behind it. You have seen the reason why turn to right side after Sudarshan Kriya is to open up your Chandra Nadi and you cool down and you remain in that state. You have seen the why right side to be open. It is after having a lunch, taking a Vamapakshi, so that your Jataragni is udyuk and you will be able to do it. Then when you do any meditation, it is a good idea to open up your Sushmana Nadi, balanced state. That is exactly what we do. We do it in Nadi, Shodhan, Pranayam. So we balance. Breathe in from one side, breathe out on the next side, breathe in on the other side, leave it from the first side. No, left and nostril, we do the balancing. And then when both the nadis are active, we stop our Nadi, Shodhan, Pranayam. Such a beautiful knowledge, such a beautiful insights about what Gurudeva taught us, Nadi, Shodhan, Pranayam. So that continues. Then after that, then we come to that what is this prana and why this is called as pranayama. So there are two words in this. One is prana, it is that Shakti. Prana Shakti is what referred to as prana. Whereas here when we refer, it is prana is the one which what we inhale is apana, what you exhale is actually prana. So here what we refer to as prana Shakti, we refer to as pranayam. We are referring to it as total, all the Panch Prana together. And what happens to that prana Shakti is what we refer here. Otherwise, you'll get confused between prana and apana. So prana Shakti, that Shakti, prana Shakti, giving a direction to that. Ayama. Ayama means direction. Giving a direction, channelizing that energy through your various parts of the body is called as pranayama. And that is exactly what happens when we go into advanced course and we learn about various mudra pranayams. And each and every mudra will redirect that energy to a different part of your body. Then this is called pranayam. So we have learned the 3-stage pranayam, Bastrika pranayam, Narishodhan pranayam, various types of other pranayams also we know. I'll not go into detail of that, something which is already known. And the one who have not yet known, if you don't have any idea that what I'm talking about, kindly do the happiness program of Art of Living. You will be able to learn this thing in detail. Wow, how these things can help in your life. So that is a very nice factor about pranayama, give channelizing your energy to different parts of your bodies and via all these nadis. So that is where the pranayama comes into it. Then we also seen that in advanced course we learned something called as Kumbhak, and in our happiness program we also learn it during the 3-stage pranayam, that we breathe in and hold it for some time, breathe out, hold it for some time, and this thing continues in a cycle. What is this holding? In and breathe in and breathe out. So it was the concept of Rechak. What is Purak? The what you're breathing in, that comes to your breathing exhalation is your Rechak. Then in pause, hold, and wait for breathe. So right is Kumbhak. You breathe out and hold your breath outside. You have not yet started breathing out. That's why your Kumbhak. Antar Kumbhak, inside. By your Kumbhak, breath out. What you do in 3-stage pranayama. So Apan Vayu, Rechak, Prana Vayu, and where does this go? That at the junction of your and that is called as Sandhi. That junction is called as Antar. That is where we apply the Antar Kumbhak. That Sandhi Vata is called the Antar Sandhi and the Bahya Sandhi. Where does that exist? So if you see it from your nostril, and then see there are 12 things, 12, around 6 to 9 inch, 12 only. Distance, it is that distance, no, 6 to 9 inch of distance. There when you start breathing in, it is this space. It is this space from where you start your breathing in, your prana vayu, your apana vayu goes inside your body. Inhalation process. And now inside also it is at the same thing, but inside on body, it is that junction where you have finished taking the inhalation and you have reached that inside thing, and then that is where you stop, you take a break from breathing and breathing out, you maintain that. That's there inside. It is where your focus is there during your antarbha. That is also called as in between this breathe in and breathe out. It is the Shiva sthiti. It is that Shiva. It is the state of that inside. There is a state of Shiva. Then from there, once you have been with the Shiva for some time, then what you do from Shiva, you start breathing out. Means again, you come back to the Pranavayu. No, that's Shakti. So then you go out direction, and again you exhale that thing in this space. No, there is a space of this apana in this. So outward, it is called as the same Shiva, the same energy. Outward, it is called as Shakti. No, इसलिए why we say Prana Shakti. No, this is Shakti, and then there is a Shiva, and then Shiva, there is a Shakti. Observing this continuously in and out, in and out. No, Bhushund becomes free. So he says, this is the Shiva Tattva. This is the Shiva Tattva that I have realized again and again. I just kept on observing this breath in and out, this apana vayu, prana vayu, and then it in between it has also started absorbing in my body in 3 different forms. Now, which are those forms? It is called Vyana, Samana, and Udana. Vyana means it is now whatever the Shakti, Prana Shakti which you have inhaled in, now it is converting it into absorbable form in the body. In the nutrition, that is called as process like digestion, absorbing, that the absorption is the Vyana, and then redistributing it throughout the body. Samana is redistributing it through the complete hand as a Samana. Vyana and Samana is basically absorption and distribution of this Shakti to the entire body. That is the, and then after that, this vayu that goes, this Shakti, this completely now absorbed. So what is then what happens when everything is absorbed within you? It lifts up your Prana Shakti up. That's called Udana Vayu. No? Through Prana Shakti uplifts, no, from Muladhara Chakra, it uplifts your Prana Shakti to your Sahasrara in a bliss. No, that happens through the Udana Vayu. So these are all the energies that flows, these Shaktis that flows throughout the body, and this is what he has done. These are the Prana Spandan that breathe in and out. That is the Prana Spandan. Now that Spandan is there. There is a vibration. There is a Kriya Shakti involved. And in between those, that Kumbhak, that Shiva Sthiti, and the Shakti Sthiti. Now Shakti is that vibration. Spanda is vibration. Energy is Spanda. And a Shanta, the Prashant, nothing is there. That state is Shiva. So he's focused on this Shakti and Shiva again and again, and through that only he becomes self-realized. So these are all the things that revolves around whatever the practices that we do. These are insights of that thing which happens. And then what is said as a Nirodh here, it is that Kumbhak. No? It is that thing what we hold. It is that thing. That is the real thing that you need to experience. That is the point of time when you stop this spandan of this prana. It is that point of time your mind is not there. It is that point of time your vicharas are not there. It is that point of time you enter into the no mind condition. So it is the Kumbhak which actually, and other than that, it's just prana. So you do Nirodha. You stop this prana spandan for some point of time, and you experience the no mind state. It helps you. Then after that, you get into the meditation samadhi, and you remain in that state. Irrespective of the apana and prana is happening, you just remain in the equanimity state. That same. That is where the self is there. That is where that Shiva is there. That is where that Brahma is there. A number of names we can call Chaitanya, awareness, Ishwar, Brahma, Shiva, whatever you say, name it really doesn't matter. It is that Shivoham, that self-realization. That is where the Atma Jnana, that is where the Atma is there. That is where that Shiva is there. And the knowledge about that automatically dawns. Nobody taught Kaka should do any knowledge. It automatically dawns when you are with yourself. So this is what is there in detail. What is that we are seeing. Now let us also, we are talking about other things. Let's also talk about something which is interesting and related to this is called Kundalini Shakti. What is this Kundalini Shakti? What are the 7 chakras? How this same energy, how this same Prana Shakti helps to awaken the Kundalini Shakti. What happens when Kundalini Shakti is Jagruta? And then think, so it is said that Kundalini is nothing but it is like a not a physical thing. No, at your base of your spine, Muladhara chakra, that Kundalini is there. No, it's like a 3.5 things. The serpent, which is like encircling, just imagine everything. It's just sitting over there, then ready to be awakened. No, ready. And then when you do all these practices, pranayama, yoga, dhyana, meditation, all these practices, when you do, it is that point of time, this Shakti, now Kundalini Shakti awakens. And when it awakens, this Kundalini Shakti is awakened. These are all the experience that probably you will get in Salem. It's a jata like that body shakes a little bit. So these different people will have different experiences. But when the Shakti path happens, when this Kundalini is Jagrut, you will feel that vibration. Even if you don't feel it, it's okay. Don't get stuck into all of these things. The purpose is not to get us stuck. Purpose is to flow. Purpose is to continue. Our practices. Don't get into the experiences, such experiences. Even if it is there, if it doesn't there, it really is immaterial. So it is that Kundalini Shakti, when it becomes Jagrut, then it flows through all the different chakras and then reaches to the Sahasrara chakra. So it is the same energy, it's the same Prana Shakti, it's the same energy manifests in different forms. And then when it is sitting in the Muladhara chakra, it is in the Jada, it is in the inertia. And it's the same energy when it is dormant, it is inertia. It is Jadatva. When it is activated, it is the enthusiasm. You see that of enthusiasm in the Muladhara in activated form. Little bit up behind your little Swadhisthana chakra. So it's the same energy when it comes there, manifests itself when dormant in the Kamvasana. Now don't consider something is a good or bad here. Something which comes under lust, Kamvasana. So that energy there on the dormant state or that lust that appears, and the same energy when it goes into activated state, it goes into becomes so creativity. The creativity dawns, the creation. That's the genitals are related to the creation. So that creativity dawns, the new things that creativity dawns. When the same energy goes up and enters into your Manipur chakra, the navel region, solar plexus is also what called. No, it manifests itself here in the four different forms. No, the one is a jealousy and the greed. No, these are on the dormant state that you become jealous with somebody, and then you have a moha. No? Get entangled with somebody. Greed happens, moha happens, and then when it goes into the activated state, the same energy takes the form of the generosity here and the joy. Generosity is somebody is happy that haste, somebody laughing at the bottom of their stomach, they are laughing. That joy is there. The joy and generosity that is at your solar plexus, that is there, Manipur chakra. The same energy, it's the same energy which we are breathing in and breathing out. It's the same Pran Shakti which are eating food and be generated, digested. The same Pran Shakti, same energy manifests itself in different emotions. It appears is different, but it's the same energy. When the same energy goes up and comes to your Anahat chakra, this is the chakra, Anahat chakra, where you experience the fear. The fear भी डर लगता है ऐसे हाथ लगा देते हैं that we experience. It's the same thing. Somebody you experience a love or hatred. On the contrary, no, So this fear and hatred when it is in a dormant state, and you feel that love towards the humanity, towards the nature, towards the world. I belong to you, the world belongs to me. Love is not just between relation between two bodies we are talking about, that is lust. Here what we are talking about is a love. In love also there is a little bit of lust is there. Maybe 2% of lust and 90% love. Love to give is to give the person everything, the freedom to take care. Care and share is what the qualities of love. Belongingness is the quality of love. That love. And on the contrary, that hatred of something and having fear, it's the same energy which manifests in these things. Then when we go to the Vishuddhi Chakra, at the Vishuddhi Chakra, at the neck, the same energy manifests into the grief. When you feel very sorrow, dukhi, or if somebody is died, that time to be your gala bharata hai. Dono case mein hota hai. The same thing happens. You experience the grief. Something which is stuck, it's just stuck. You are not able to speak even a word. And the same thing happens when you have a gratitude. Many times when we listen to the Guru stories, we speak about Guru, that we experience that immense gratitude. Gala bharata, immense gratitude. So same condition, same sthiti, but same in the same sthiti. When it is dormant, it becomes a grief. And then when it is inactive, it said the same energy expresses itself as a gratitude, shraddha, that gratitude there. When the same energy goes up, it becomes your Agya Chakra, the third eye in between your eyebrows. The same energy either manifests itself as a krodha, as a anger, or the same energy manifests itself as a transformation, as a creative, as an intelligence, as an awareness, alertness. So it is, that is the reason Shiva, Shiva is depicted as having a serpent. So serpent is the awareness. And then the Triyanatra, when he opens his third eye, it also causes the pralaya. So the growth, both, it's the same energy. Both these two different emotions happens to be appear with the same thing. On the one side, it becomes the growth, the anger. On the contrary, it becomes the alertness, awareness, sajagata, same energy. And then when you go to the top, there is no contrary available here, it's just pure bliss. Sampurna Shant, Anand, Prashant. It's that state, that is the Sahasrara Chakra. So these are all the different things. And how does the Kundalini Shakti, when the Kundalini Shakti becomes Jagrut, then what is it that is not accessible? You get access to the all the subtle energies, all the energies, that infinite source of energy, Apash Shakti, Amanush Shakti arises. And you the work that will happen, the seva you will be able to do in this world, हरि के हजारों हाथ, वही स्थिति का हम लोग अनुभव करते हैं. सारे लोग आपके साथ जुड़ जाते हैं, सारे लोग सेवा में जुड़ जाते हैं. 40 years of that. Look at how many people, 3 billion people in the world, Gurudev Adab इनके माध्यम से जुड़ गए, and many of them have walking on this path, many of them doing volunteerism, all this International Association of Human Values, all these things you go. I keep on talking it for n number of social projects that are happening, that yet I will not be able to even touch. It is just the tip of the iceberg. It is that much, that much of seva that has happened, that much of human social ethics and human values that has been imbibed into many different people. So such a beautiful thing. How that gratitude towards the master, what master is giving us. Once we go deeper into all this thing, that is the point of time that gratitude comes to us. That is the time that faith and that gratitude of the master, that thank you so much Gurudev for being in our life. What is that you are giving? And with such a simplicity, you have been giving it to everybody, irrespective of their religion, irrespective of their caste and creed. Anybody knowledgeable, not knowledgeable, buddhi hai nahi, फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता. Nothing, there is no discrimination. Anybody is welcome in his heart. He has a space for everybody. He meets everybody. There is no rejection. He is there for everybody. बोलते गुरु का अपने जीवन में होना बहुत महत्वपूर्ण रहता है. And अपने जीवन में गुरु है, त्रिगुणा सहित है. Physical body embodiment is there with us. Come on, what is that you are looking for? Be with the Guru. Walk on the path which is shown by Master to us. Hmm? It is exactly what we are doing here. Hmm? That not the things, but let's look at it now. Probably even tomorrow when we speak about it, let's do a little bit of practice also along with this, and then we can see it. But for today, अपनी वाणी को मैं यहाँ पे विश्राम कर देता हूँ. I will pause here, my words here, and I'd like to hand over this session to you. Let us share your experiences. Let us share any questions around this, today's topic. Let us express your takeaways. What are your learning? What are you thinking? And we go in a brainstorm manner. One of us can share one thing, pass on the control to another. They can share, and we have a revolving round here. And we'll notice that the takeaways will actually, when we work together as a team, the outcome that increases manifolds, multifolds, instead of just one person sharing. It's that's the reason even I do not share my takeaway here. Let's go and get into the details, how many takeaways, how many learnings that can come up. And if there are any doubts, any questions, we can even discuss and brainstorm on that also. Over to you all. Jai Gurudev. The unmute option is being made available. You will be able to unmute yourself and let's start discussing.
Yeah, Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev, Sangeeta.
So,
Please.
it was a very lovely session to hear everything about it. Very nicely, very deeply, very clearly you have explained. My one takeaway I can tell you right now in this round is to be in gratitude. So, just to share it with you, when I was in San Francisco, I had read it outside a church, like the more you have it, the more you get it. So I couldn't really understand what it is, what you're going to more have it and what you're going to get it. Slowly, gradually, after many months, I just, came to know it is the more gratitude you have towards your master, the more grace flows through you. So that is so beautiful. And I can never forget those two lines. They are just, like engraved on my heart, that way. So it is just exactly, like the waves, they go up, they become the clouds, they evaporate. That same ocean water, when it evaporates up and it forms a clouds, and those clouds, when they sail, so it is just like that. When you are in gratitude, these clouds are formed above you, and the gray sky, it showers there like that. Same it is, and I always feel that. So always in gratitude for my master, for whatever I am here today, that is his grace. Really. Thank you. And of course, over to you, Pinaji, you can also share. Yeah.
Thank you, Sangeeta ji. Jai Gurudev. My today's takeaway is the line which really truly touched me is that Shiva and Shakti is within ourselves. While breathing in and breathing out, see, this whole process is going on. Similarly, if we'll go in a broader perspective, you will find that the whole cosmos is made up of these two, Shiva and Shakti, and that is the whole cosmos, whole universe is breathing in and breathing out, you can say. So that is a ultimate thing which we should realize. And Kak Bhushund, he just observed this breathing in and breathing out, and he got the enlightenment. So that is the beauty. That is the secret, the nectar is within us. Only thing we have to realize. Now, Guru also has told us that to tap these things. While really observing your breath, you can reach to the meditation. It's very easy, and easiest things only we ignore, because easily we can get it, but we are not putting effort to go deeper into it. We are just trapped in surroundings, outside world. So if you really want to get the higher state of your being, then you have to be with your breath. साक्षी भाव से देखना है कि श्वास अंदर जा रही है, बाहर आ रही है, जो कि हम एडवांस कोर्स में हम महसूस करते हैं कई बार, है ना, पूरे एकदम ऐसा लगता है जैसे कि शरीर ही नहीं है, सो लाइट, फेदर की तरह से. That is that my takeaway, today's takeaway. It's beautiful. And lastly, what do you, all the technical terms were, I'm not able to recall, जो सोमेश्वर जी ने बताया, पर ये सब हमने कई बार रिपीट किया है कि कैसे कितने कितने चक्रास हैं, कुंडलिनी में कैसे कैसे उठते हैं. पर अगर हम भोले भाव से देखें तो these things are happening through the क्रिया. और उससे भी पावरफुल अभी जो गुरुदेव ने जो हमें जो क्रिया दिया है ना, अगर आप लोगों ने जो किया हुआ है, सभी ने कर लिया है वैसे तो अभी, तो वो क्रिया तो इतनी पावरफुल है कि मैं बोल नहीं सकती कि जब आप उसके ऊपर कॉन्सेंट्रेट करते हैं तो इट्स अमेजिंग लेवल यू विल गेट आफ्टर डूइंग दैट क्रिया. तो अभी जो नया इंट्रोड्यूस किया कोविड के दौरान ही गुरुदेव तो एक चीजें ना छोड़ते हैं. जब हम कैपेबल हो जाते हैं ना तो वो ऐसे ऐसे बताते ही रहते हैं. शक्ति क्रिया में भी ऐसे ही, इट्स वेरी पावरफुल. शक्ति क्रिया भी बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जो अगर हम करते हैं ना तो उसको महसूस करते हैं. सो मुझे तो लगता है कि हमारा गुरु इतना प्यारा है, इतना भोले भाव से हमको सब कुछ ऐसे लुटा रहे हैं, पता ही नहीं चल रहा है कि हम वो कर रहे हैं और वो हो रहा है. दैट इज द ब्यूटी. So I'm so thankful, highly grateful to my master that he has chosen me. I'm the chosen one, no doubt. We all of us are.
We all of us are chosen. Amazing. अभी थोड़ा सा इसको आगे बढ़ाते हैं ना. Let us go. Gratitude is one of them. The Shiva and Shakti is another takeaway. What else? What has happened today? What else could be the takeaway? सारे लोग इसमें पार्टिसिपेट कर सकते हैं. वीडियो आपको नहीं चालू करना है, कोई बात नहीं, जस्ट अनम्यूट करके हाँ मेरे को ये चीज, फिर हम लोग देखेंगे कंसोलिडेटेड फॉर्म में कि हमने क्या क्या हुआ. अब राइट नाउ 2 takeaways are there. Gratitude is one of them. शिव शक्ति is another one. Let us see more. और क्या क्या हमने आज देखा. Any one of you can unmute. रोहिणी जी, सीमा जी, सविता जी, रेपा जी, भोसले सर, any one of you can unmute. अच्छा, ये कोई कंपल्शन नहीं है, जस्ट अ रिक्वेस्ट. यदि आप करते हो तो ठीक है, नहीं तो हम लोग ही विल गो इनटू द राउंड एंड देन वी कैन आल्सो शेयर. बट आप करें, हम आपसे सुनना चाहते हैं. इफ यू कैन डू इट, इट्स गुड. हाँ रे.
Previously you already told about Panch Prana. Today is also said you. It's reminder again, and the Shiv space in inspiration and expiration. During space is Shiva, and expiration and inhalation between is Shakti. In Bhogar Pranayam, I just want to ask you that in Bhogar Pranayam, intake when we inhale one, just 2 count Bhogar Pranayam inhalation, and again 1, 2, 3, 4 space, and then 1 count exhalation. So and then 4 count space, and then 2 count inhalation. That's Shiva means after inhalation 2 times, then this space is Shiva, and exhalation, after exhalation this space is Shakti. I understand this. And during Narishodhan Pranayam, it's different. Nostril is there is left nostril and then right nostril. There is also left and right nostril, but count is different. And what is the importance of Bhogar Pranayam? it's the space Shiva and Shakti. It's working, na? Someshwar bhaiya.
हाँ, थोड़ा इसको और थोड़ा समझ लेते हैं उस मैंने अंग्रेजी में. इज इट ओके इंग्लिश और हिंदी कौन से लैंग्वेज में आपको चाहिए? आई कैन टॉक, आप बताइए. इंग्लिश में चाहिए? इंग्लिश में बोले?
हाँ.
ठीक है, हम उसका समझ लेते हैं व्हाट वी मीन बाय शिवा एंड शक्ति. हाँ, अच्छा, हमने इसको the space between that kumbhak is what we call, no, that after your inhalation, inhalation from where it starts from the space, the apana vayu, the space, no, it starts from your breathe in and we go here. So now here it is this best where your inhalation has completely stopped. Now that space in between, the next exhalation start, and in between means you breathe in 2, 4, 3, no? Then after that hold, we say hold. That thing is Shiva, right? Then after that, when we start the breathe out, that pranavayu starts coming out and goes into the bahya. Means antar kumbhak is Shiva. Now the bahya kumbhak is called as Shakti here, but in reality, it is the bahya also. Kumbhak means when the prana spandan is stopped. When the spandan is stopped, it's actually Shiva. बोलते नहीं अंतर शिवा बाह्य शिवा ऐसा, because Shiva is only one. So that is not बाह्य and अंतर, ऐसे just हमको समझने के लिए. But बाहर भी वही शिवा है, अंदर भी वही शिवा, समझने के लिए बोलते हैं. जो अंतर कुंभक है वहां पे शिव बोलते हैं. शक्ति क्या है? शक्ति मानीस वाइब्रेशन, स्पंदन, vibration. And when it's that, when your prana spandan is there, either inhalation or exhalation, in both the cases, the moment you leave the state of Shiva, Shiva की स्थिति छूट गई तो शक्ति आ गई. You're breathing out, breathing in, any vibration, any movement, any kriya, it is Shakti. Anything which is stationary, nothing is happening, prana spandan nirodha is there, prana spanda is not there, you hold on to your breath, that state is Shiva. So इसको इन एंड आउट में कंफ्यूज ना करें. इन एंड आउट दोनों भी वही है, बट बोलते समय उसको शक्ति, उसी एनर्जी को यहाँ पे शिव बोलते हैं. वही जब वहां पे वाइब्रेशन के रूप में आ जाती है चलते हुए पूरी की पूरी, नो, वो जो वाइब्रेशन है उसको वहां पे शक्ति बोलते हैं. तो ये है शिव और शक्ति. शक्ति माने वाइब्रेटिंग एनर्जी, शिव माने स्टेशनरी. न्यूक्लियर एनर्जी when it is broken, it is the Shakti. There is a huge Shakti. When it is sitting calm inside the nucleus, it is Shiva. उसको थोड़ा समझ लेना. ओके, अब बताइए. अभी कुछ पूछना चाहती है, कराना चाहती है, व्हाटएवर, बोलिए बिना जी.
हाँ, मेरे ख्याल से आपने अभी जो बताया ना बहुत सुंदर से कि जो शक्ति और शिवा, एक्चुअली अगर आप देखा जाए तो हाँ, हमारे पूर्वजों ने उसका डिपिक्शन भी उसी तरह से किया है. शिवा को क्या माना है? वेरी काम एंड कंपोज्ड वे, यू नो. और शक्ति क्या है? वो मतलब डायनामिज्म है, वो एक्सपेंशन है ना. तो शिवा, दोनों का कॉम्बिनेशन होना बहुत जरूरी है एक व्यक्ति के अंदर, है ना. वो ऐसे नहीं बोल सकते कि आप केवल आप काम एंड कंपोज्ड ही रहोगे. नो, ऑल द टाइम you have to, when you are doing some karmas, आपको डायनेमिज्म चाहिए, एक्टिवेशन चाहिए, एनर्जी चाहिए. उसके लिए वो शक्ति नाम दिया गया है. And these are the energies. So nothing is good or bad. Nothing is, वो ऐसा नहीं है कि उसमें कुछ अंतर है, लेकिन दोनों के बीच में जब बैलेंस होता है ना, that makes you the more centered, the more you will become more alert. साक्षी भाव हो जाता है. तो वो साक्षी भाव से में आते ही ये दोनों शक्तियों का बैलेंस होने लगता है. तब आप ब्लॉसम्ड हो जाते हैं, पूरे एकदम खिल जाते हो. आपको फिर कुछ भी डिजायर्स नहीं रहती, कोई थॉट्स नहीं रहता. इट बिकम, आप बैठे हो विदाउट थॉट्स ऑल्सो यू कैन सिट आवर्स टुगेदर. इनफैक्ट थॉट्स तो हमें थका देते हैं. जब आप इस शिवा और शक्ति के दोनों का बैलेंस को समझ लोगे ना, then you will be the winner. And so many times you feel that, you know, कभी कभी आप देखोगे कि बैठे बैठे आप just thoughtless state पे पहुंच जाते. कई बार नोटिस किया होगा, कोई थॉट नहीं आ रहा है एंड यू आर जस्ट इन अ वैक्यूम स्पेस. What is that? That is the centeredness, and which nature gives you many a times. But we, in this hustle bustle life, we lost this. पर ये करते करते अभ्यास करते करते ना आ जाता है.
एब्सोल्युटली वीणा जी, इसीलिए दिखाते ही है ना, अर्धनारी नटेश्वर के रूप में दिखाते हैं. शिव को अर्धनारी अर्धनटेश्वर माने बोध है ना जी. शिव और शक्ति कोई अलग अलग नहीं है. शिव की शक्ति को ही शक्ति बोला गया. शिव जब एक्टिविटी में आ जाते हैं तो शक्ति कहलाते, शिव शांत हो जाते हैं शिव कहलाते हैं. बोथ द थिंग्स इट्स सेम थिंग, वन एंड द सेम थिंग, अलग अलग नहीं. सो नॉन ड्यूअलिटी. जब हम लोग कश्मीरी शैविज्म, विज्ञान भैरव इसकी बातें करते हैं, ये इसमें एक ये जो आज हमने स्पंदन की बात की, इसमें पूरा स्पंदकारिका करके एक पूरा टॉपिक ही है. स्पंदकारिका where they stops out the vibration, because 112 techniques है विज्ञान भैरव. if you see 112 such techniques of practices, so much was. so उसमें स्पंदकारिका एक है. विकास प्रमोशन, प्रकाश विमर्श जो होता है, प्रकाश जो सेल्फ अवेयर है, विमर्श प्रकाश विमर्श जो. एंड देन ट्राइडेंट फिलोसफी वहां पे आता है. शिव शक्ति है जगत, तो शिव भी रियल है, उसकी शक्ति भी रियल है, और जो जगत है वो भी रियल है. उसका एक्सपांशन ही है. शिव शक्ति का एक्सपांशन है वो है. थोड़ा योग वशिष्ठ है तो थोड़ा डिफर करता है. यहाँ पे बोलता है वो जो शिव है, जो शक्ति है, वो जो सब कुछ है, वही अकेला ब्रह्म है, एक ही है. उसके अलावा जो कुछ भी दिखता है जगत है, ये जगत अनरियल है. और जो जिसको हम लोग वहां पे शक्ति कहते हैं, यहाँ पे इसको माया कह के अनरियल बना दिया, इल्यूजन बोल दिया, माया बोल दिया. ये फर्क है दोनों में. बट दोनों अप्रोच अद्वैता के ही है, दोनों अप्रोच नॉन ड्यूअलिटी के ही है.
नहीं, शुरू में पहले, सॉरी फॉर इंटरप्शन, शैल आई?
या गो अहेड.
एक्चुअली पहले हमें दो चीजें दिखाई देना बहुत जरूरी है ना. नहीं, जैसे प्रकाश भी अंधेरा भी. लेकिन जब हम दोनों चीजों एक साथ हो जाती हैं, तब हम एक चीज के ऊपर पहुंचना है. मतलब पहले ज्ञान प्राप्त करने के लिए तो दोनों चाहिए, है ना. पहले ड्यूलिटी आती, फिर ड्यूलिटी डिसॉल्व करके वो एक हो जाता. अल्टीमेटली हम भी वही करने वाले हैं. वी आर गोइंग टू डिसॉल्व इन वन यूनिवर्स, जो सुप्रीम, जिसको भी हम जो भी नाम देते हैं, है ना. तो ये कॉन्सेप्ट तो चला आ रहा है, और इसको हमारे ऋषि मुनियों ने बहुत पहले ही खोज लिया था, है ना. जो कि हम आज, और इसीलिए अपनी सोल जानती है. पता है, कई बार आप देखेंगे कि अपने आप ही ना ये कि हाँ मैं जानता हूँ या जानती हूँ, ये है ना, ये ऐसा ही होता है. तो आप अगर अपने जितना क्लोज जाएंगे ना, उतना आप देखोगे कि ये सब चीजें आपने सुनी हुई हैं, ऐसा सुनी सी लगती हैं, महसूस की हुई लगती हैं. तो आपका यही नॉलेज का यही फायदा है. ये एक जन्म में एंड नहीं होता है, आपको ये कैरी फॉरवर्ड होता है. आज आप जो सब ये सुन रहे हैं ना, ये आपका बाद में भी चलता रहेगा. दैट इज द ब्यूटी ऑफ दिस नॉलेज.
बिल्कुल डेफिनेटली आई एग्री विद यू वीणा जी. अमेजिंग. सो कितने टेकअवेज हो गए अपने? शिव और शक्ति का टेक अवे हो गया, देन अपना ग्रेटिट्यूड वाला एक टेक अवे हो गया, देन प्राण अपान वायु वो वाला एक टेक अवे हो गया. व्हाट एल्स? और इसके अलावा व्हाट इज इट दैट वी डिस्कस टुडे? एनी अदर टेक अवेज ये तीनों के अलावा और कुछ?
सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन भी हुआ ना अभी आपने बोला.
सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन, आत्मज्ञान, ये भी है टेक अवे.
फ्री फ्रॉम विकारास.
Free from vikaras, yes, that also we spoke about today. What else?
और तो बाकी आपने different
you had okay, yeah, you had said about the chakras, chakras. So we have the positive side also and the negative side also of all the chakras. But Gurudev also says that these chakras are all the 7 colors of the rainbow. So it is just, if you can see the rainbow, it's just all your 7 chakras are those only, and the energy keeps on moving in that. in those chakras. So whichever, wherever the energy is, so you get that color within you. You can show up that color, like anger or fear, or then compassion, or the intuition. So all these are, expression. It's a space, blue color. So like that, it is so beautiful, so wonderful to have that concept, and the explanation of Gurudev more in the depth in that. It's really wonderful. So I just had that in my, so I just share it. Thank you. Yeah.
Absolutely, Sangeeta ji. So chakras के बारे में भी हमने आज डिटेल में चर्चा की. What else? We can go in round. I can, let's say, okay, another takeaway that we discussed today. We spoke about nadis. We spoke about Surya Nadi, Chandra Nadi, how and where to apply, why turn to right side after Sudarshan Kriya, what is Nadi Shodhan Pranayam, why do we do it, what is Vama Kukshi, why to turn onto your right side, right side, left side actually, not right side. Turn on to your left side and sleep there for 20 minutes of power nap. Why that? No, all these nadis also we have seen. So that is another takeaway. What else other than that? Anything else? Beenaji would have had one more takeaway which I have not yet addressed till now. We are just going in round and round.
Let others also speak out, no? तो अच्छा लगेगा.
We are going in round. So Sangeeta ji told one, I told one. You can also tell one. बाकी के लोग भी they are all welcome.
मैंने तो एक और takeaway जो मुझे लगा कि even if you are full with the knowledge, you have a lot of knowledge, but you should never ever leave your ground, the humbleness. Now, whatever, the more you will become sensitive and humble, the more you will be in the knowledge, and the cosmos, your universe will shower the blessings on you. So that is the bottom line, which you should keep in your mind. Whatever, wherever you will reach, whatever the knowledge you will gain, still it is just a drop in an ocean. So lot more things to learn, lot more, because जो दिखाई दे रहा है ना वो बहुत limited perception है. जो नहीं दिखाई दे रहा है वो इतना wow factor है कि आप जानेंगे तो आपको लगेगा जितने परतें खुलेंगी उतनी wow होता जाएगा. So just sit with yourself and get an experience of this wowness, and don't miss this trend. That's all.
Fantastic. Another takeaway that किस तरह से both are Brahmagani, both are Atmagani, Bhushund also and Vaashishtha also, yet they are respecting each other very politely. No? So that is the humbleness and the wow factor. These are another takeaways that we have saw today. We touched based upon that also. Amazing, Beenaji. Anything else, Sangeeta ji, would you like to add something to this? Okay, one more takeaway from my side is we also discuss about Panch Prana, the pranayama and the Panch Prana. How does the actually Shakti, Pran Shakti arise in us? How it actually gets distributed in us? That also we looked at. Then we also looked at the 72,000 nadis. Vagus nerve also we spoke about. We also spoke about the Sushmana nadi, the balancing between the two nadis, Surya nadi and Chandra nadi. That also we spoke today.
These technical terms you only can explain nicely. We are not able to retain those terms. That's why I didn't find the courage to speak out on it.
That's okay. We are just discussing what all. We are seeing content. These are all the content was there today. So we are just going through it.
एक और जो बहुत सुंदर जो बात आपने बताई ना इसके थ्रू कि this whole world is made up of स्पंदन. वेव्स से बना है। और अभी तो साइंटिस्ट लोगों ने यही पता किया, एक बार गुरुदेव एक टॉक में बोल भी रहे हैं कि वो किसी साइंटिस्ट ने करीब 50 इयर्स उसने रिसर्च करके ये बताया कि मैटर भी नहीं होता है ना, देयर इज नो मैटर आल्सो, तो नो सॉलिड फॉर्म भी नहीं होता है, एवरीथिंग इज जस्ट द वेव्स। सो तो और जिसको कि अभी तो गॉड पार्टिकल बोलते हैं, यू नो, डार्क मैटर जिसे बोलते हैं, what is it? It is nothing, it's just a waves, you know? So the whole universe, if you will see, you know, this is creating the vibrations of Shiva and Shakti, you know, ये सांस ले रहा है छोड़ रहा है, ले रहा है छोड़ रहा है, ले रहा है छोड़ रहा है, होल यूनिवर्स में ऐसा हो रहा है, एंड वो हमारे छोटे फॉर्म में हमारे अंदर हो रहा है। दैट इज द ब्यूटी ऑफ दिस होल सिस्टम, कि हम एक रेप्लिका है, एक छोटी सी रेप्लिका है इस बिग यूनिवर्स के। तो गॉड ने ना हमको बता दिया है कि मैं वही हूं जो तेरे अंदर हूं। दैट्स व्हाई हम बार बार बोलते हैं ना कि यू आर गॉड, यू आर। व्हाई? एक्चुअली बहुत बड़ी कॉन्शियसनेस के हम पार्ट है, और जो कुछ भी कॉन्शियसनेस में हो रहा है वो सब हमारे अंदर घटित हो रहा है। दैट आई वांट टू।
Absolutely, very beautiful. One more addition in a takeaway from Binaji, that is called a string theory. It's a latest research in the science called that you are just a field of energy or just a string. What they went till this point of time, because of the limitation, they could not go inside an atom. So they saw that there is a nucleus, there is electron and proton, and atomic structure was the one. But now they have gone inside the nucleus also, but they could fuse. That nuclear fusion came into picture because of that. So when they went inside the nucleus, they found that there is no, what you said as there is no matter. Matter comes because of the mass. So if you go inside the nucleus, it is just vibrating strings of energies. That's all. So everywhere the one found is just string energy. So it's just a field of energy. This is all something which appears to be solid, in reality nothing is solid. It's just a field of energy everywhere. So amazing. One more takeaway. Good. Fantastic. So that is what is that spandan. So the moment it comes to the form of a spandan, it's Shakti. The moment the spandan stops, it's the Shiva. Amazing. ठीक है. So let us wind up today's session. We can keep talking, but let us meet tomorrow. आज के लिए सत्र को यहीं पे समापन कर लेते हैं. Let's meet tomorrow. जय गुरुदेव.